beautiful people. Hello, mga kagalans out there. Right beside me is the founder of the online dating app, which is the Transgender Date from Mandaue City, Maki. Hi, Maki.
Hello, Miss Ten. Hello po sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Kumusta po kayo?
But you are representing Mandaue. That is also your place.
Yes po. I represented Mandaue because the last pageant I joined was the Mandaue Gay Pageant just before the pandemic. Magkatapat lang yung Mandaue City at Cebu City.
Nakikita lang namin your grandiosang Maki. So, how's your life in Cebu City?
No, I'm very typical Cebuano po. Nag-jeep paminsan-minsan, naglalakad paminsan-minsan, nagmumotorsiklo paminsan-minsan, angkas paminsan-minsan. Simple lang yung buhay ko doon eh. Nagtatrabaho ng dating site for my transgenderdate.com. I'm working from home, so nag-aalaga sa nanay ko, nag-gym. Kasi distressor yung gym ko para sa akin. Tapos, ayun, simple lang talaga.
Are you an achiever in school?
So, I'm in high school, I already participated on public speaking. So, baka dun yun na-harness yung pagsasalita ko sa wikang Ingles. And then, I was an athlete when I was in elementary. So I think at that time, hindi siya achievement para sa akin. Kasi nga, di ba, growing up, feeling like a girl, but you were brought up like a boy, so you don't want to mix.
You're an athlete. What sport?
Track and field.
And film. Buti hindi ka natutumba-tumba dun sa mga ano. Di ba? Ganyan ka nakapayat nun. Ganyan ka nakaslim.
Yes. I was doing track and field, specifically high jump and sprint. So, hindi siya achievement, but I found it, hindi siya achievement for me at that time, but I seen it now as an achievement because I found so much benefits from exercising.
Nung nandun ka sa college, you studied what?
When I went to college, that was in University of San Carlos, I took up BS Psychology. And the reason why I took up...
Why not mass communication or communication art?
I'm so happy you asked that, Miss Den. Kasi when I was in high school, I was having this gender identity crisis. Hindi ko talaga gustong mag-out as a trans woman. Because at that time, alam naman natin kung ano yung mga... for the lack of good description, we all know how bad the reputation was for trans women back then.
Back then, di ba? How old are you ba? Di ba bagets ka pa?
I'm 33 years old.
33, but back then, medyo tanggap na, di ba?
No, hindi pa masyadong tanggap at that time. Yeah, there was a sort of acceptance and okay, pero baranggayan yung mga nilalait ng mga Miss Gay, yun yung...
But not as now, di ba? Yung pero now na talaga super, medyo 80%.
Yes. Yung masasabi ko nga na tayo na yung beauty of standard these days. Kasi yung mga counterparts nating mga cisgender woman, sinasabi na nilang, gusto ko rin yan. O di push na girl, na kayo mag-hormone replacement therapy na rin kayo. So ayun, I had a gender identity crisis back in high school. Parang nahihiya akong mag-transition. It's because ayokong mamocked. And that's what we are so afraid of. However, curious talaga ako nung nag-senior high school na ako, na bakit ba, ano ba talaga ako? That's the reason I took up PS Psychology. And that's where I found out, hindi ko talaga siya malilimutan, that's where I found out the term transgender sa isang social class ko in psychology. So, nung pinag-uusapan...
So, ang reason lang for you to, that's why you took up psychology, is for you to know your identity also. Yes. Parang may ganung background.
Yes, yun talaga. Para naman maintindihan ko sarili ko, tapos maintindihan ko rin yung mga kapwa ko. Ayun. And from that then, nag-student council ako. I use my knowledge, parang ganon. So, masasabi kong innate na sa akin yung pagka-aktivista ko noon pa naman So, para bang kung may problema, dapat talagang ayusin. Ganun ako. Ewan ko kung bakit ganun ako.
We first saw you on Super Serena 2013, di ba? from there, grumabi ang fan base ni Maki, di ba? From there, medyo nakilala ng husto ikaw. And then, the last was, sabi mo nga kanina, you won Miss Gay Mandaue 2017. So, from 2017, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 6 years. Hindi ka sumali.
Hindi ako sumali.
Bakit?
Nag-pandemic, actually tumaba ako. Tumaba ako right after, so nung, ito na, personalan na ba to? 2017, the reason why I joined was, nag-break kami ng jowa ko. And I don't want to focus.
That's the jowa today.
Yes.
Okay.
The jowa that I am working with up until now, with the dating site. Nung nag-break kami, it was a mutual understanding that we need to end it because it's not just working anymore. Walang third party. Wag nyo kaming i-issuehin. It just didn't work. We're not happy with it anymore. However, we made a pact that we are going to continuously work for the community. Maganda kasi yung tandem namin when it comes to business. So, I don't want to focus on, I want to focus on my personal growth despite of the pain. So, hindi etchos na beauty pageant to ha. Yun talaga yung focus ko. I wanted to grow while I am in pain. I wanted to understand myself while I am in pain. That's why I joined pageant during Mandaue Gay Pageant in 2017 to refocus my energy. After that, dun na nagsimula lahat, dun na nag-sink in, and that's where I stopped joining pageant. Tumaba ako. I was overdosing with hormone replacement therapy because I wanted to win so much. I tried to hide my emotions. I blindsided myself. I don't want to see the truth. So, laklak ako ng hormones, kaloka, tapos nag-a-anxiety ako.
So, ibig mong sabihin, from 2017, when you won Miss Gay Mandaue, that is also the time na medyo naghiwalay.
Yes.
So, rinefocus mo yung sarili mo to be back on track physically, but the other way around siya napunta.
Yes, tama. Parang naging counter-effective siya. Kasi nga, tama ba? Counter-effective. Para bang, I wanted to be the best version of myself. Ang nangyari, nasamaan. Kasi I was taking hormone replacement therapy, nag-overdose, to the point na nagiging anxiety, may anxiety attacks na ako. Tapos, after that, hindi na ako sumali after because I stopped taking hormones. Nagka-acne ako. In fact, nandun yan sa mga YouTube video. Isa sa mga YouTube videos ko, super duper acne talaga. Like, buong
Stress talaga.
super stress at saka hormonal imbalance din. And
Nagsama-sama, no?
nagsama-sama, yes. Tumaba ako. Nagka-aksidente ako. Ng motor. So, may simento ako dito for like 3 months. Tapos, nagpa-blonde ako ng buhok. Ayun, I stepped away from the pageant world.
Why ka sumali ng Miss International Queen 2023?
I think it's safe to say na there is a bigger, wider reach when it comes to joining an international beauty pageant, national beauty pageant na you have the chance to represent our country. I think it's a dream for every trans woman, di ba? I calculated the risk na siguro hindi ako mananalo kasi may mga bata, may mga bagong henerasyon, and everything. Akala ko naman tanda-tanda ako kung magsasalita ako na ganyan.
Ano yung kulang sa palagay mo, sa assessment mo?
Parang hindi. I wanted to be fair. I will be fair to myself. Wala akong kulang. Hindi ako nagkulang. Siguro, going back, well, okay. Siguro hindi lang tugma yung relasyon namin for my advocacy and the advocacy of the Miss International Queen Philippines. So, para sa akin, hindi ako nagkulang. It's just that I might not be the girl that they're looking for.
But people were really expecting, di ba? People were really expecting you to be on the top 5. Was it a pressure for you? Kasi di ba you are from Cebu City, tapos ang lahat ng expectations ng mga tao sa Cebu, napakalaki sa'yo bilang you, Maki, and also that kakapanalo lang from Cebu City ni Fuchsia. So, that's a lot of risk for you.
Walang pressure because I wasn't there competing to prove to people that I could be better than Fuchsia. There was no pressure because I'm not there to compete with other girls. Ito walang keme talaga. When I join pageants, I see it really as my show, as a platform for me to send and deliver messages. So, ayokong isipin. Well, yeah, obviously, technically may competition talaga kasi may judges. But then, the way I compete is I compete with myself. So, ayokong isipin na I'm pressuring myself because si Fuchsia yung nanalo who is from Cebu City. I am pressuring myself because may pangalan which I don't know pala na malaki na pala pangalan ko. Hindi rin siya, so I put the thought of pressure to make myself better, to show the people who believe in me na may angas pa, may ibubuga pa and everything. That's where the pressure comes.
Sinasabi ng lahat is that parang kulang sa pasabog si Maki. Maki is not Maki that night.
Talaga? Siguro.
Medyo malaki lang expectations ng people from.
I'm not sure kung ano mga pasabog yung mga in-expect ng mga tao. Siguro because hindi ako masyadong nagvo-vlog siguro or I'm not opening up myself to social media, which yung hinahanap ng mga tao na magvi-video ako and everything, ng mga sagutan and stuff like that. I played a Lowkey way here, pero despite of playing Lowkey, gusto kong magpapakatotoo. Kasi ito talaga si Maki, hindi madaldal. Pakudalang sumasagot lang, hindi lang siya madaldal. So, parang gano'n.
Walang keme. What have you learned from joining the Mr. International Queen?
What I have learned? Ang toxic na ng pageant these days. How we created a community that is also uplifting and downgrading people. Siguro it's innate, but sa akin lang, parang isang malaking screen na bumulaga sa akin na para bang may mga bashers, may mga haters and everything, in which is very contradicting to why we are creating a pageant, which is first may isang trans pageantry, may isang Miss Gay noon because wala tayong plataforma at that time to be heard, to be seen. That's the only way at that time that we could wear makeup, we could wear swimsuit na magiging Miss Universe. And that's why yung mga Miss Gay noon was created, and now it turned into Queen pageants. Now it turned to Miss International Queen Philippines. Instead of unifying people, nagiging divisive siya, and which it hurts me because as an activist, I'm true to myself of trying to unify people, not disregarding the differences but understanding kung ano yung pagkakaiba natin. Ang nangyari is ang daming issue. So I think that's already natural these days na may meron talagang ganun. Although I just wish na they don't go below the belt. I hope they could just see it as yung mga judgment nila could be a little bit constructive. Kesa naman yun na nga, parang destructive na siya personally.
What is that inattack sa'yo na medyo hindi mo yata kinaya?
Wala akong na-receive na bash from online, at saka hindi rin ako masyadong nagbabasa. Pero hindi naman siya from the social media world, but then mga comments lang siguro, which is you needed to do more hormone replacement therapy kasi hindi ka masyadong babae, hindi ka masyadong soft. Tapos, kailangan mo mag-botox ng arms mo kasi hindi pa siya sobrang Barbie. It hurts me kasi I would feel the same pressure that younger generation would feel. I am proud of being someone who is athletic. Yes, nagbobotox ako ng arms, walang keme yan. But then, kung sinasabi sa iyo na you have to do more, compromising your health, it hurts. It hurts for me because it hurts because I would see the community suffering in the future. So I just do hope na medyo diversified yung pananaw natin when it comes to pagiging babae. Hindi lahat ng babae may Barbie arms. Although I'm not against it kasi nagpaba-Barbie arms ako. Yun nga lang, parang may hugot doon na, ay, kulang pa ba ako? Parang naibigay ko na ang lahat. So, ganun.
One of your posts you said, every rejection is God's direction. May galit, may kirot. Did you feel rejected?
Yes. Yes, I feel
Rejected in a matter of?
not being hired as Miss International Queen Philippines 2023. Although, yung post ni Katya, Keith Bacayo yung makeup artist ko, maraming salamat Ate Katya sa positive na message from you. Hindi ako umiyak, but nalungkot ako. Hindi ako naiyak. For some weird reason, masaya akong nandun lang ako sa top 11. Siguro dahil nga I have sense na my advocacy doesn't fit with the organization. There's a core message and they have also a road to achieving their goal. Siguro hindi lang talaga siya tugma sa goal ko din. Yun lang, galit, wala. Rejection, masakit. At saka malungkot, yes, nandun.
Sabi mo nga kanina, baka hindi tumugma ang mga panahon at mga advocacy mo sa advocacy nila. Are we seeing Maki on 2024? Is it once Maki again on the 2024?
I'm not going to close my door, although I wanted to focus again on our work kasi the dating site, the dating platform that we are working on is going global, and then we're going up for a mobile application this time, so maraming gagawin. Maraming oras at anong tawag dito? Hindi opportunity. Maraming oras na hindi rin ako nakapagtrabaho. So I wanna go back on that first. And siguro by the end of the year malalaman ko kung sasali pa ba ako. But honestly, nakakapagod din siya. So I'm not sure if I still have the energy of having a comeback.
And then now, what's next for you is that you'll be focusing on yung founder ka ng transgender day. In layman's term, what is it?
So salamat Miss Ten, yung my transgender date, we created it back in 2013. Both me and my partner, yung jowa ko noon, knew the struggles of dating. Alam natin lahat, girl, kung gaano kahirap maghanap ng jowa at gaano kahirap maghanap ng totoong tao online. At this is the truth. Hindi natin madaling makikita yung tao na yon kung magbabar lang tayo or may irereto na kaibigan kasi magdi-disclose pa tayo ng kasarian natin. Biruin mo naman, magdi-dinner ka, may irereto, tapos sabihin, magsusoji ka doon, ay, mag-gender identity ko is transgender woman, ganon. Eh, di nawala na yung excitement. And then, the online dating platforms at back then were sadly very poorly presented.
Poorly presented meaning?
Meaning, pwede ba yun? We're sexually fetishized. Yung parang it's a combination of a dating site plus escorting site plus prostitution plus pornography. To set the record straight, I don't have anything against our trans sisters who are in the adult industry. Sex work is real work for me. Kaso nga lang, mahirap maghanap ng isang pag-ibig kung ang makikita ng mga tao doon is puro nakahubad. Paano mo siseryosohin yun? At paano tayo siseryosohin ng mga tao kung ganun din? So, we found a way to create a dating site na simple, quality, classic, and clean, which every trans woman deserves. So, 10 years after, and counting ngayon, malaki na siya. We've got 1 million subscribers already. This is a way for us to serve the transgender community na pag sign up mo pa lang, ang makikita mo doon is mga profiles ng talaga ng mga decent. At pag sign up mo doon, Your profiles and photos are reviewed kasi hindi pwedeng nakahubad, sexy and everything. Siguro we are being judged na we're too conservative, but we are trying to reinvent and re-imaging sa yung dating platform natin, because we all deserve that.
Siyempre, ang tatanong lahat, pag nag-sign up ba ako, mayroon ba yung bayad?
Wala, kasi ang mahal ng hormone replacement therapy, girl. Libre lahat ng mga trans women. So, yung nagbabayad lang is yung mga lalaki. They have to pay for a membership in order to start exchanging messages with the fellow trans women. So, ganun siya.
Lastly, ano ang kailangan naming malaman from your story? Sino si Maki and what's your message? Especially to the people, straight people and LGBT community there. Ano ang kailangan naming malaman sa iyong story?
Just be true to yourself. Nagpapakatotoo ako sa sarili ko kasi mas masaya if you are being true to yourself. You don't have to please everyone. You don't have to please anybody. All you have to do is just to live your most authentic self. At sa pagiging authentic mo, makikita yan ng mga tao, both LGBT and non-LGBT people, na ay tao pa rin naman siya. Kahit iba yung kasarian niya, kahit may differences tayo, isa lang yung natin. We have that common ground and that we are all in the same race, human being. We deserve love to be loved. We also struggle in dating. We struggle in employment. We struggle in everything, in mostly everything. If magpapakatotoo ka, makikita yan ng mga tao. At up until now, I'm holding that story, that learning that I've got from Gina Rosero, that telling story is such an important and powerful tool to let people know who we are.